How to handle getting lowballed in your contracting business. Every time I have a client and they're getting lowballed and they're getting rejected because their price is too high, and I ask them what their sales process looked like, it always is the same thing. They go to the site, they get the numbers or measurements, they go to their truck, they drive home, they work up a bid, and they email it. Now, when you do that, there's only one thing that the customer has to be able to compare. It's the number on your quote and the number on somebody else's. So it makes sense. If your quote is 8,000 and theirs is 5,000, they're most likely going to go with the 5,000. The way that you flip this is by changing your process. You're never going to win doing that method. The way that you win is by changing your approach. So instead of going and getting measurements and going home and emailing a proposal, what I want you to do is work on a process about closing and presenting on site. And here's how you do that. You go and you get your numbers. While you're doing that, talk to the customer, ask them questions about what's important to them and why do they want this versus that, and truly go through an exercise and understand what matters to them. You then go back to your truck for a couple minutes, put together your numbers, and then go back and walk them through your bid line by line and explain why this is that and why this is that. And during that process, they're going to ask questions and be able to answer them. Now, when you do that, what happens is you have actually built value and explanation and trust between you and that consumer. And that price gap starts to diminish because they're willing to pay more when they believe the quality is worth it. But when just comparing two numbers with no value, they're always going to pick the cheaper number.